Hey guys, what is up today? I want to talk to you in this video all about counting your calories and macronutrients correctly by using a food scale. Now we know already that to know what we're eating accurately and specifically, you have to count or track your calories and macronutrients by either following a specific plan made for you or by weighing out your food by using your food scale or measuring all the foods that you're eating and then logging it somehow, some way. There are lots of free apps out there, even ones that you can pay for that even get more specific. But to accurately know what you're having every single day, you must log your food. Now, of course, that shouldn't be done at all times because then we can see people burn out a lot and kind of get tired of doing that. But for starters, I do believe it's something that people should do to know what you're eating. So the food scale that I have, I got it off of Amazon. The brand is called Nourish. It's very general, very basic. It just runs by batteries, and it works for me. Now, I'll go through it, but when you weigh your food, of course the scale tells you how much it weighs in ounces or grams, but then you have to log that into an app, usually. So I like to use MyFitnessPal. It's free. There are paid versions of different apps and there's tons out there, but I'm gonna go off of MyFitnessPal today and show you how I personally find it easiest to log my food. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna show you a couple of different foods that are a little bit tricky and different tips and tricks I like to do to log all of them. So here we go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna start with is some chicken breast tenderloins. These are frozen in my bag, but I have some to the side already thawed out and cut up in the serving size that I want. But on the bag, you can read that for 4 ounces, these have 1.5 grams of fat, 0 grams of carbohydrates, and 26 grams of protein. So I'm gonna weigh out my chicken that I have and see what that comes out to be, and then I will log that in MyFitnessPal. All right, so for starters, I put my plate on my scale. It says 0.74 ounces because that's what the plate weighs, so I'm gonna make sure to zero that out. I'm not gonna eat the plate, so I don't want that measured in my weight. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken on there. As I do that, you can see the ounces over there rising. And when I have all of it on there, there's my final number. So tip number 1, when you are weighing and measuring your meats, you want to make sure that however you are weighing it is how you log it in your tracking app. So for example, the meat that I just weighed has already been cooked and cut. So when I log that in MyFitnessPal, I'm gonna make sure that I put in there that this is already cooked chicken. If you weigh it frozen, you wanna log it as frozen because that can change up what the calories and macros come out to be by what weight it is. So a couple of tips when it comes to weighing fruit. You'll see the ounces here of the banana. It's probably way too high because of the peel. Same thing for the apple. You're not gonna eat the core of an apple, so you wanna make sure that you weigh only what you're eating. Just the banana, just the slices of the apple. Now for snacks like this, they have labels and it says the serving size amount, which is 16 pieces, and then also has that in grams, which is 28 grams, and it shows you exactly the macronutrients and calories on those. But I'm gonna go ahead and weigh it anyways. I'm gonna zero out my scale, count out my Quaker crisps, and I changed my units to grams on my scale so I see exactly what I'm having. Then I can log that in MyFitnessPal. So here I'm in MyFitnessPal app. I'm going to search the food that I just weighed out. I can change the quantity and the serving size so that it matches what I weighed and check that off for the day. For things like rice and sauces, condiments like that, you can definitely weigh those, but a lot of liquids and stuff like rice are easy to measure and log just by using teaspoons, tablespoons, and measuring cups. So those are just some of the examples of different types of food that you can weigh and log into whatever app you find that you like most. That way you can start to get to know exactly the amount of calories and macronutrients you are having every single day. And of course, that's different for everybody. It's different for males and females, your age, your activity level, and so many different things come into that. Now, if you have any other questions on how to log or weigh or measure any types of foods, let me know in the comments and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Weighing and measuring your food definitely takes time and practice to get down, and it may seem tedious at first, but I promise the more that you do it, the more comfortable you will feel with it. And then over time, once you see what you're having and you can kind of see the amounts of food that equal a certain amount of calories and macronutrients, you'll start to know what they are, and maybe over time you won't have to weigh and measure every single thing because it just becomes part of memory and you learn. The more you do it, the more you learn about the foods that you eat on a normal basis. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.